welcome back. So as you can see, I finished up the smaller TIE fighters in the background and added a few highlights to the larger TIE fighter and decided enough's enough. You have to walk away sometimes. You can sit there and paint on one portion for hours and hours, but sometimes you just have to say enough. And so I've done a sketch of Darth Vader to put up in the corner, kind of as a ghost hovering over, kind of a ghost memory hovering over Kylo Ren. I'm going to do a quick sketch, just like I always do, first, before I start with the details. So, here we go, a light sketch. I found a really cool image online that I liked because it had similar colors to the Kylo Ren painting that I did. So that's why I selected that one. Same color palette. So I'm excited to get this one done. Alright, so thought of some more things to talk about, including brushes. Brushes are very important. I don't spend a whole lot of money on them at this point because I'm not really being commissioned, so I don't want to spend a lot of money on supplies right now. But I recommend that you do get good quality brushes, not the cheap Walmart kind that you can buy in packs. Those are nice for crafting and things like that, but if you're going to do good quality painting, you need to use some decent brushes. The good thing about paying money for brushes is the more you spend, the better the brush. So it is wise to invest in some decent brushes. Okay, so as you can see, I'm getting just the basics of Darth Vader down. I've painted Darth Vader about 1,000 times in my life, so it kind of becomes second nature to you after a while, but you still want to do a sketch to get certain parts of it down first, so you can step back and see if you're achieving what you want to achieve. And with this painting, I want it to be kind of ghost-like, so it's not going to be as detailed as another part of the painting would be. Okay. So as you can see, I'm using just a thinner brush. It has this finer, smaller tip, but not too small, because I'm using this to sketch. I have another brush that is a much smaller tip. You can see, tiny little tip. I use this one for finer details. Since old, I think I've had this brush for about 10 years. And then I use another fine tipped. These are sable. This one has been kind of abused over the years. Again, it's about 10 years old. These brushes are great. They're flat, wide tip sable. They're really good for getting some of these cloud details that you want down. I really like those ones. This is more of a watercolor brush, but it could also be used for acrylic. A smaller flat brush is used again for those wider strokes, and the larger size is ideal for the larger strokes. Alright, so those are just some of the brushes that I use. As you can see here from the side, I have this beautiful quilt table runner. It's because I'm painting in my makeshift studio in my dining room, unfortunately. But that's just temporary because my son is moving out this weekend, and when he does, my husband and I are going to turn his bedroom into our art studio. Yes, my husband is also an artist. He is an illustrator. He's currently illustrating a children's book based on the alphabet and the Bible. It's pretty cool. When that's done, I will show it to you. And so we will finally put together a decent art studio where I can have better lighting and do better productions on these videos. But for now, I need to get this painting done. My dear friend, who also made this beautiful quilt, Runner, has been waiting patiently for this painting for quite some time, so at least before Christmas. So I want to get it to her before I head back to work and back to reality. Alright, so I've added some red highlights here because of the glow from the nebulous clouds. Again, we're looking for that eerie, dark appearance of Darth Vader. Okay, there we go. So I'm just getting some of the basics down. Here and there to give me a guideline. Alright. Okay. So my art studio will be more for the watercolor instruction videos, as well as these videos, and some drawing videos, which I'm really looking forward to doing too. But that's where I will do the wolf paintings as well. Alright, so I have a quick sketch of Darth Vader down, and now I'm going to go do the time lapse. Well, first I'm going to hold it up and stand back, which I highly recommend you do periodically so you can see if the proportions are correct or if you need to make changes. Once I make some changes and adjustments, then I will start the time lapse where I'll add the details to Darth Vader, and then I believe we'll be finished with this poster for The Force Awakens.